Herzlich willkommen beim Trau Dich WeddTalk. Wir sitzen hier heute im Studio mit Everly Pictures, mit der Lili von Everly Pictures.
Hi.
Hi, hi. Andras sitzt draußen mit ihrem Baby und schaut von außen zu. Everly Pictures steht für authentische Hochzeitsfotografie und wir werden gleich ein paar Insights von der Lili erfahren, wie ja, Hochzeitsfotografie abläuft, was wichtig ist, was für euch als Brautpaare wichtig ist und werden das Ganze heute auf Englisch abhalten. Für diejenigen, die mitlesen möchten auf Deutsch, werden wir Untertitel unterhalb einblenden. Aber dass sich keiner wundert, wir switchen gleich zu Englisch. Und ja, ich würde sagen, wir starten. Let's start
Let's
with
go.
with our talk.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for inviting us.
Yeah, it's really great to have you here in our studio. And yeah, let's start from the very beginning of your business. So, what makes you really fall in love in wedding photography, in this job? What is amazing for you about this job? Just tell us about the wedding photography.
So we started off actually. I started off not in the wedding industry when I was younger. My husband has always been a photographer.
Andras.
Yes,
Mm.
and when we met 13 years ago, we started working together. I was always in love with weddings. I was the little girl that when you were in kindergarten or school, and when there was an opportunity, you can dress up as whatever you want to be a fashion. I was always a bride, not a princess, a bride with the ring, with the schleier, the whole
Oh
thing
my gosh.
every year. And my parents were like, she's crazy about weddings. And I always wanted to do something with weddings. But actually, when I was a grown up, I moved to London and I was a dance teacher.
Oh wow.
So I was doing that before I met my husband. And when I met him, he was already working at weddings as a photographer. And I thought this was meant to be. I get to be at the weddings now. So yeah, he actually taught me, and we've been working together at weddings ever since. But I really love everything about weddings: the dress, the locations, the rings.
Everything.
It's just I'm just one of those girls. I'm not one of those really cool people. I just love the weddings. I love the whole day, and the fact that we get to make these kind of memories for everybody
It
for a
it
lifetime. It's
mhm.
just such a privilege. So, and especially that me and Andres can work together.
Amazing.
That's
Wow, that's
honestly,
great.
I think it's a dream for most
For
people.
for
For
not
most
every
people,
for
yeah.
not everybody, I think a lot of people cannot imagine to work
Mm,
together as a couple. It's also interesting how is it for the couples as well.
mm.
If you are in a relationship, does this influence your work? Is this good for a couple? So I know it from my side. We are a
You're
couple
also
as
working
well. We are
together, yeah.
working together as well. But how is it as a wedding photography? I think it's good for
I, I,
couples.
I think it's amazing, but actually, so it started off with just the two of us, but
Mm-hmm.
actually since 2020, since the first big COVID
Oh yeah,
thing
yeah.
happened, we actually grew the company. So
Oh wow.
we now have another 3 photographers working for us and another 3 videographers. So we are quite a big team now because we needed to be
I didn't
sure.
know that.
Yeah, we
Amazing.
needed to be sure just in
Mm-hmm.
case one of us does have COVID or something happens. There will be a team there to make sure that the wedding is being photographed.
That's so
It
important. You
was it
always
was
have a
like
backup.
the most
Mm-hmm.
important question in 2020. That was the
Yeah.
first question everybody
Mm-hmm.
asked, and we were like, okay, we have to get on this. And
Really
luckily,
good.
COVID's gone, but the team is so good. Everybody loves them so much. So we are actually on an average, I would say 5, 6 people working together. But on the wedding day, it's just 2 photographers. So it's not like a huge team around you. And the way we
Mm-hmm.
normally do it, if we have one wedding on the day, then me and my husband will work together. But it's very, very rare that we get to work together because usually on Saturdays we have 2 bookings. So I go to
Ah,
one wedding with my assistant,
so you split.
and my husband goes to the other one with his
Okay, that was
assistant.
one question I wanted to ask you, whether you're always together on a
I
wedding and
wish. I
you will.
wish. I wish because when we are, it's such a joy. I mean, we love the people we work with, but it
Mm-hmm.
is very, very special
Mm-hmm.
when we do get to work together. So and a lot of our couples know this. So when we arrive on the wedding day together, they're like, Yes.
Yeah. So good to know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also good to have two experts
Exactly.
on each wedding. So
Exactly.
I think that's a good choice as well, to have you split on the
Yeah.
weddings and have your
The
work buddies,
assistants. Yeah.
assistants together with you on the wedding. So I think to have one expert on the wedding is the most important thing.
I
And
agree.
so if you can split and can have two weddings or maybe three weddings
Yeah.
when you have a bigger team right
Yeah.
now, that's really, really important as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
For sure.
And you say your wedding style, photography style, is authentic
Mm-hmm.
photography.
Mm-hmm.
Do the couples know what does authentic photography means, or how do you explain this kind of style of
So I think
photography?
they don't actually know what it means, but when they look through our pictures, I think that's the main reason why they get in touch. They can't really
Mm-hmm.
put their finger on it to say
Mm-hmm.
what it is, or like when we are at the Trau Dich, they see obviously many very, very talented photographers. But I think the reason why they come back to us when they do is because they sense this authenticity. Like when they look through the photos, they always go, okay, I love, the couple shoot is great, but all the rest of the pictures that we see, from the congratulations, the candid
Oh.
moments, those are the ones that really speak to them. And actually, that's my favorite part of the day as well. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
everyone loves a couple shoot. Those are the
Yeah.
pictures that ends up on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, and I tell this to everybody, it's very, very, very important that it's not just about the couple. It's, they invited those people there for a reason. They chose the
Sure.
location for a reason, dress, rings, everything.
Everything.
And, I tell this to the couples as well. We could be at the same location every week
Uh-huh.
and the pictures would look completely different because the people who are there make the wedding.
Make the wedding and make the pictures as
Exactly.
well.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So, authenticity and report style, what we usually say is try to be as natural as possible throughout the day. At the couple shoot, yes, we can give you
Mm-hmm.
some guidelines. Some couples don't need it at all. Some couples need a little bit
Yeah.
of help, but
Is
even
it?
even then, it's a bit. We like to be more on the natural side of
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
because there's many different style of photography and trends that goes on, and
Sure.
I love a trend as much as anyone, but we did have an agreement with my husband years ago that we are not going to follow any trends when it comes
That's
to
an
this.
important part as
Yeah,
well. Instagram
yeah.
and Pinterest
Mm,
and all these picture styles. It's changing every year. I
exactly.
think it's
Exactly.
crazy, and it's a good question whether you stay with your style, or you change as well your style because it's famous
Yeah,
to have dark pictures, brown pictures, whatever.
exactly.
It's
So
really, yeah,
so this this
difficult.
was this was a very, very early decision for us
Yeah.
when we started working together 13 years ago. Back then, everybody was doing the darker, moody kind of pictures,
Mm-hmm.
which I actually really liked. I thought it was always so nice. Then it's all changed. Now it's more like a little bit washed out, bleachy, using
Mm-hmm.
flash throughout the whole day,
Yeah, yeah.
which is great because it's in trend now.
Editorial style.
Editorial
Mm-hmm.
and fine art and all these kind of styles. We have decided consciously that we're not going to go with any of the styles that go, simply because we see how quickly they change. And when
Mm-hmm.
you look back, when we had our weddings and I look at the photos now, they look still the same as they looked when we took the
Wow.
pictures. And that's what I want to give our
Mm-hmm.
couples as well, the timelessness.
Mm-hmm.
So when you look back in 20, 30 years, when your kids, grandkids look back, and they don't understand the trend
The trend,
style,
yeah.
like why are the pictures so dark, or
Yeah.
why are they so
So
light up, or and we try, even with the editing of course as well, not just the style of taking the pictures, but with the editing we try to be as close to how it was as
mm-hmm.
possible. So obviously we do the adjustments to the colors and the white balance and all of
That's
that,
good.
but we try to make it
As
as
natural
natural
as
as we can and
possible.
as timeless as we can. So when you look back in 20 years, you're not going to feel silly like, why are the
Oh my
pictures
gosh, how do
look like
they
that?
look? Yeah.
Which I'm
Mm-hmm.
not saying that you will feel if you have a picture like that, but you could.
Mm-hmm.
When
Sure.
we look at back our parents' photos, some of them look great, some not so great. So we try to make sure that what we do stands the test of time.
That's really good.
Mm.
That's I think really important for a lot of couples.
Mm.
Um, it's fair enough. Some couples would like to have going with the trends, and
Exactly.
with it's also for the decoration.
Yeah.
So, but then you really have to say, okay, sorry for that. Then we're not the right vendors for you. I think that is really important to say to tell them really directly. Then that you have a style that fits to each year. Also, 10 years later,
Yeah.
you will see the pictures and it's natural,
Yeah.
and it's not like a trendy style. Yeah.
And you know, the great thing about something like the Trau Dich, there will be many different style of
Oh
photographers there.
yeah.
So if you're
Oh
looking
yeah.
for something on the darker side, you're looking for something more on the bleached out flesh, you will
Then you will
find it.
find
You will find it.
someone. Yeah.
And I think, you know, I don't believe in competition in business. In sports, I'm very
Oh, that's
competitive.
yeah. Yeah.
But in business, I do not believe in competition. I
Yeah.
believe we are all colleagues. I believe every couple will find the right
The
people
right
for them. Not
vendor.
just photographers, the venue, the catering, whatever
Sure.
they need, the dress. You know, there's so
Yeah.
many beautiful dresses out there. I mean, you know that,
Yeah.
I know that, and
And
but they will
different
find the
styles.
one. They will find the one, and I think the same goes for the photography as well. And I
That's
think
true.
the chemistry is super important to have. I mean, yes, it's very, very important to like the style of pictures that you will choose, but also, especially when we can meet each other face to face at the Trau Dich, you will have a sense already if the
Sure.
vibe matches, if the
Yes.
chemistry matches. And I think that already gives the couples such a secure feeling, like they are, because, you know, we all have the stats, and we've been doing this for a very long time. We are close to 500 weddings between me and my husband
Wow.
behind us. So we've been very,
That's a
very,
lot.
very lucky. Honestly, we have been blessed with many, many beautiful couples, and I would say 80% of our couples that come to us are coming from recommendations from previous
Oh
couples.
wow.
So that's a really nice feeling, because I think that's not just down to the pictures, but also how we get on with everybody and
Yes.
how we make each other feel, and
If
you
you get a
know,
recommendation, it means a lot
yeah,
to you and to the couple,
yeah,
because yeah, if a friend of them tells, please take everly
yeah.
pictures, because we had them at our wedding, or we saw them at some
At
other
someone
wedding.
else's wedding,
So,
yeah.
yes, or we saw the pictures and they are amazing. That's the best thing you can get.
I
So
think so.
that's amazing. You talked about the dress, the wedding dresses, the different styles. Do you ask the bride sending a picture of the wedding dress? Is that important for
No,
you for the
no.
wedding, for the style? No.
No, I actually like being surprised
Ah, okay, yeah.
about many things. So obviously there are certain locations we go to quite often, and beautiful ones. So we are again very lucky with that. But when there's something new comes up that we've never been before, obviously I will have a look on Google to see
Sure.
what we what kind of style we are going into. But many times the couples ask if we want to go there like a couple days before to just have a look, and I don't want to do it. Not obviously
Ah,
time-wise, you
okay.
know,
Yeah.
but I think when we are there on the day, the creativity when you step into a new place and you think, okay, I like the light here, I like this,
Ah,
I
okay.
think it kind of gives it a bit of edge of like, okay, so this is new, let's find it, let's go, and that kind of excitement that goes
That's
with
really
that. I
interesting to
like
hear
that.
that because I know a lot of vendors who love to see the venue before, to see, okay, what is the best place to do the couple shooting, or to do the group picture, or where is the lighting, but then you have
The
to be
lighting
on
is
the
different.
time. Yes,
Exactly.
it's totally different. It's not
Exactly.
never the same as you as it were when we went before. So
And also, if you can be there, I don't know, 2 p.m. where the ceremony is going to be,
sure,
but if the next day when the
it's
ceremony is,
cloudy.
that's
Or
cloudy,
yeah,
like, I mean,
it's
cloud
not the
is good.
same. Yeah,
Clouds are good for the pictures. We don't
yeah,
mind clouds at all. It's actually
yeah.
when it's direct sun, it's not so
It's
great.
not so
Uh,
great.
but yeah, I understand that point that some people like to do that, but you know, that's why we're all different.
Yeah, I really like this this idea to see it the first
Yeah,
time, and then you have the points
yeah,
on the day itself where
yeah,
you say, okay, wow, that's really great. That's a good spot.
yeah,
Yeah, to use it really, and that's authentic and natural as well. So
exactly.
it fits to your style as well. Yeah,
Exactly. And
the
also
way you
sometimes
behave.
it wouldn't be possible to go there. Like if we have a wedding in Switzerland on Saturday
Yeah.
and Thursday we still have something here in Vienna, then obviously
It's not possible.
it's just
Yeah.
not possible. And I don't think it gives, personally to me and my husband, I don't want to speak on behalf of any other photographer. Personally to us, I don't think it gives such an advantage. I think the opposite. Like I said, I think when you see it for the first time, that's when really the creative thing starts to go in your mind, and you go, okay, so I can see where this light goes. I know what I want to do here. I know what I want to do there. And also as well, I think it's really, really important to be flexible.
Yeah.
Super flexible. Not
That's
just for
true.
us, also for the couple. I mean, it
Sure.
depends. Some couples can be quite stressed on the day.
Yeah.
I try to tell them, whatever happens, just let it go. Enjoy,
Is that what you recommend
Yes.
couples
Yes.
to
Enjoy.
not be stressed, and what to do? What do you recommend couples to don't be stressed? So what shall they do in front of the camera? Some couples are used to
You mean at
stand
the
in front
couple
of the camera.
shoot?
Yes, at the
Okay.
couple shoot, or on the day itself, maybe. Do you give some tips?
Yes. So not
Not
specific.
Yeah.
But so when it comes to the couple shoot, I mean, before we get to the wedding, we always have like a little call with them, a video call for like an hour. We go through everything, make sure everything happens the way they want it to happen. But I tell them that you might be a bit worried about the shoot now because not many of us are used to having their pictures taken. But it's completely different on the day. You are looking the most beautiful you ever looked. You are super happy. There's 60, 70, 80, 100 people there who loves you and there for you. And you just get this love of every direction
yeah.
throughout the day. It gives you such an adrenaline. I know from my own wedding, we only had 30
yeah.
people. We had a very small wedding, but the feeling I was getting that everywhere I turned, smiles and happiness for us. And that goes two ways. So you get the love, you
Sure.
give the love, and I know it sounds very soppy, but to me, it felt like we were on cloud nine the whole
I
day.
get goosebumps right now if you're telling that. So amazing.
I think I hope that most couples feel the same on their wedding day. So, and the last thing you will think about is, oh, what will I look like at the couple shoot? Because you are so happy. Obviously, had maybe a glass or two of champagne as well, which can help.
Which can help, yes.
But the only thing when I see a couple is a little bit nervous, I try to talk them out, because some people want to do a first look. I try to talk them out of it if I can see they are nervous. And the reason is not even the pictures. People are most nervous before the ceremony, before they see each other at the ceremony,
Yes.
and the guests and everything.
That's
Once
the most
that's
important
done,
part.
they're like, okay,
Relaxed.
now let's have a glass of champagne, let's relax,
Let's
let's hug
celebrate,
everybody, let's celebrate.
Yes.
So before that happens, you still have all these nerves. You want to do a first look. Also, you want to do that hidden away so the guests don't see you. So there's another stress, like, please, let's just do this quickly because the guests are coming. Like, it's not going to be the photos that you want, that you have in your mind. So unless it's like a super relaxed couple, I always say, don't do the first. It's not worth it. I think, and also I think it is a special moment when they do see you walking down the aisle for the first time. So when somebody wants a first look, I'm all for it if they are relaxed and cool and not worried. But if they're more on the stressed side,
it's often not naturally because they have a really clear picture in mind, and then it's totally different. And the bride is walking down to the first look. He is standing and waiting, and it's like a little bit like prepped, not naturally.
Exactly.
Again. Yeah.
Exactly. And also, I think I mean, I was doing the same before we got married. I was going through Pinterest and all those things, and you see these beautiful pictures. What people don't realize, some of them, if not most of them, are styled shoots. They are not real moments. So when you see sometimes and you think, oh, this is gonna be exactly the same for us, you might be disappointed because those people are there from a style shoot or they are models. They don't even know each other.
Sure.
So it's not this. It can. We have had beautiful first looks, but I would say most of the time it's not exactly how you would imagine it in your head. So I would personally have the couple shoot. I always advise everybody, even from the lighting point of view, like we talk in summer weddings, as close to the dinner time as possible. So let's say people go in at like 6, 7 p.m. We only need half an hour for the couple shoot. We go very, very quick.
Okay, that's quick.
We know exactly what we want. We don't want to take you away from the guests for too long because we know you want to enjoy their company. So yeah, we usually do a half an hour couple shoot late afternoon. And then if we are lucky with the weather and we have sunset, then we just have another 15
For the
minutes in the
sunset
sunset.
pictures.
But then you
that's
have to be
nice.
lucky because
Yeah.
you don't always
Yeah.
have the sunset. So yeah.
If you have a couple who has a smaller budget
Mhm.
or limited time,
Mhm.
what would you recommend to never skip, or what can you save for the pictures? So
Never skip, as
it's
in like during the day
during the
or
day
the.
for the pictures.
Mhm.
So normally I always recommend to have the getting ready as well for the pictures, because that's the only time where you don't know what is happening
Exactly.
at your husband's room.
Exactly.
And you see it then later on the pictures on the video.
Exactly.
But a lot of couples say, okay, that's the only thing where we can save maybe money, because
Mhm.
we don't need the photographer that long.
Mhm.
So are there some other parts where you would say, okay, you can skip that one? Or would
I
you?
usually cut it shorter at the end. So people
Mm-hmm.
usually have it in their mind that we, as photographers and videographers, we need to stay there till like midnight or 1. It's not much point, to be honest with
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
We have done in
You
the
don't want to
past.
see the drunken people then. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. So let's say the first dance is at 8 or 9 p.m. and they have, because we have packages, hourly packages. So if they want to stick to the 8 hours or 10 hours, they don't want to go over. The way to make sure that, we have everything, I would say, is to cut it shorter more at the end. So
Okay.
like if the
Mm-hmm.
first dance is at 8, for me
Mm-hmm.
personally, like I said, we work very quickly. Uh, if I have a half an hour, the first half hour of the party,
It's
I'm good.
totally fine.
I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I have I have the videos, I have the photos, especially because in the first half an hour, everybody stands up,
Sure.
joins the party. Nobody's too drunk, nobody's too tired, nobody's gone outside for some air or for some cigarettes or whatever. So everybody's still in. Even if it's a big dance floor, it's usually packed.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a small dance floor, obviously, it's a bit easier.
Yes.
So I would cut it more at the end rather than the beginning. Like you said, I think
Mm-hmm.
that getting ready is an important part because you don't see each other any other way, but also
And it tells the story from the whole day, from the beginning. So yeah,
as
I
well.
think, yeah.
But if you're not used to having cameras near you,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's very, very helpful to have us there with you, because by the time we get to the ceremony, you're so used to the cameras, you're not worried, you are yourself. So I think it also, for people who are a bit more nervous, it's much better to start with the getting ready rather than being at the ceremony and meeting each other there. So I
Yeah.
think the getting ready is important.
To get more comfortable
Mm.
with the camera as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's a good idea as well.
Yeah.
A good point. Not only the thing that you don't know what's happening at the other room, as well that you get the
Relaxed in front of
feeling
the
if you
camera.
don't have a shooting before.
Yeah.
So it's a good point to get more relaxed
Yeah.
with the camera. Yeah,
Yeah, for
perfect.
sure. And also, you're not
Good
alone.
part.
Usually, you're getting ready with your friends,
Mm-hmm.
family. So it's not like you're like
Yeah.
focused on you like the whole time. That would be weird. So you
Yes.
can just be yourself with your
Mm-hmm.
girlfriends and whoever's there with you, or the boys, of course. Um,
That's also a good part for having a tip for the couples who don't feel so relaxed,
mm,
and that you enjoy the time also with your friends, also for the getting ready.
yes,
You
yes.
don't you
You don't want to
it
be alone when you get ready.
no
You
no
will feel so nervous.
sure, yeah. And the best thing would be if you say the photographer is like invisible.
Exactly.
And then you do a good job, I think, when you don't see the reacting of the camera all the time and see
Exactly.
the camera in front of you. Nobody feels comfortable with that.
Exactly.
Mhm.
And also, I think some of the most important people hopefully will be there with you when you get ready, your bridesmaids and mom, sister, whoever. They are also getting used to the camera.
Yeah,
So not
that's
just
true.
you, but it's time for them to get used to it as well. Because sometimes it happens, like during the agape, for us, that's a great time to try and capture some candid moments, people talking, laughing, crying, hugging, whatever.
Mhm.
But sometimes when they see us with the camera, they go,
Ah,
and I'm
yeah,
like, no, no, no,
yeah.
don't do that, please. Just carry on talking. But
Yeah.
obviously, it's not that moment anymore. So if those most important people are there with you when you get ready, they see us, they don't break character. They just carry on talking to each other.
Mhm.
They like, okay, let's just,
That's
you
perfect.
know,
Yeah, yeah. Do you have to tell the people often to please react
No,
naturally when we are,
no.
or is it just happening?
It just happens. I don't think I
Okay.
ever told anyone. So
Okay, yeah, that's good.
no. We are just there. We like to have fun, obviously, with everybody, and like to be helpful wherever we can be
Mm-hmm.
helpful. There has been some weddings where there was one or two kinds of emergencies, not with us, luckily, but
Yeah.
There was a wedding where we went to, and there was no wedding cake. It turned out that they ordered it for the wrong date, and
Oh my gosh.
the bride broke down at the getting ready. She found that there was no cake coming that day, and she was crying, and I felt so sorry for her. And
Mm-hmm.
everybody else was panicking in the room. I was the only one not panicking,
Yeah.
and she was like zooming in on me, and I'm like, okay, I'll put down the camera. We sat down for 5 minutes, and I was like, listen,
Wow.
nobody is here for the cake. Like,
Mm-hmm.
really, nobody.
No,
If you have cake, great. If you don't have cake,
it
nobody
doesn't.
cares.
Yes.
They are here for you to celebrate you. Please don't worry about the cake. And I said, maybe we can ask, because they were getting the cake from an outside
Conditor or
somebody.
yeah.
And can I say the location where we were? Is that
Sure,
okay?
sure.
We were at the Refugium Hochstrasse, which is a beautiful location,
Mm-hmm.
and they are very, very helpful there. And I said, maybe you could ask them if there's something they can do. And I have to tell you, they were so professional. By the time they finished the ceremony, there was like 60, 70 little muffin
Oh
kind of
my
things.
gosh.
So they did
That's
have cake.
cute. Yeah.
So they did have a little, and I was like, see, like,
Wow.
don't worry, just
It
it's
turned
not
out
important.
amazing.
So
Yeah.
and luckily for us, I mean, it doesn't happen that often, but when
Yeah.
there is some kind of an emergency, we are always like the point of calm
Mm-hmm.
for the couple, because they know that we've seen many
Mm.
things,
Yes.
and they usually turn to us. So, which is a very, very nice position to be in, because, I know that we can talk, and they be like,
It's
okay,
personal.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we have that kind of connection, I would say, with all of our brides and grooms. And it's a nice feeling. And when we get feedback months later, it's always like, yeah, we love the pictures, we love the video, it's great, but I have to tell you, it was so nice to have you there.
Yeah.
And that is a very special feeling, because if we could put a small part to your day that made it better, apart from what you booked us for,
Sure, sure.
it's a great
That
honor, honestly.
that's what you mentioned before at the beginning, that it's so important that the couple also fits to you
Yes.
and you fit to the couple
Yeah.
personally
Yeah.
as well, because you are with them the whole wedding
Mm.
day and you're so close. It's the
Yes.
same with other vendors as well, not with a DJ because
Yeah.
he's coming on the day itself. And but if you are really on the day with the couple all the time, it's really, really important
It is.
to have good relationships
And the trust.
and the trust.
And the
Yeah.
trust. I think once you decide whoever you're booking as a photographer, you have to have that trust,
Mhm.
because if you have the trust, I think that also helps you relax, because there's so many things people stress about the day or the day before. And like I said, we have a call about 2 weeks before the wedding. I can tell you, please don't stress.
Yeah.
It's not going to help. But what I can, because usually they go, what if it rains? I'm like, what if it doesn't?
What? Yes.
So,
Yes.
like there's not, if you wake up and it rains, even then, hopefully it's not going
Be
to rain the
relaxed as
whole
well.
day.
Yeah.
There will be an hour or two at least where we could hopefully go out and be outside and do whatever you guys want to do outside. But if not, we have had weddings where it was literally storm the whole day.
Oh.
There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
There's absolutely nothing you can do. There's 100 people there.
Mhm.
You've been planning. Take it as it is, and
Don't
like
ruin your day
don't
just
really
because
like
of the
make
weather.
lemonades out of the
It's
lemons,
yeah.
So and I have to tell you, one of my favorite pictures that we ever shot was actually from a very rainy wedding, and
That's what I wanted to ask you.
yes,
If there was a wedding where something went wrong and it led to an amazing picture. Not it does not went wrong,
yeah,
but it's
it
because
wasn't
of
as it
the
planned or
weather.
something like
Yes.
that. Yes, and I always advise the couples, please don't look at the weather forecast 2-3 weeks before. Don't stress yourself out. Look 2-3 days before,
Yeah.
like BBC weather, AccuWeather, somewhere a bit more accurate,
Trustful.
And if it says rain, then go to one of these shops or order, the see-through umbrellas.
Mhm, yeah.
Just
Sure.
order one,
Yeah.
have it there. If we need to use it, we will use it. If not, it's okay. It costs €5 or
Just to
whatever.
have it in case.
Just to have it, and then it gives you a peace of mind. And there was this one couple, they did buy the see-through umbrella, but honestly, it was super stormy. Like
Oh.
it was really
Oh.
bad. And I said, doesn't matter. Let's go and take the pictures. And the girl, and I mean, you have to be some type of bride to do this. So she had balls, and she was like, you know what? No umbrella
Great.
for me. And literally went out soaking rain.
Oh, wow.
And they were just cuddled up really tight, and it was windy, and the hair was going everywhere, and the clouds, like not even clouds, the whole sky was like black, like
Oh,
dark
God.
black, and they were standing in the middle, holding on to each other, and it's one of my favorite pictures because it does symbolize that whatever happens around us, we've got
We've
each
got
other.
each other, yes.
So, and I think it's one of their favorite pictures is that we did have some sunshine later, so we did have sunny pictures, but I think they prefer the one with the
Wow.
rain. So
Oh my gosh, that's an amazing story.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that because a lot of couple have feel so uncomfortable to know, okay, it could rain, or even if they see days before, okay, it will rain on the wedding. But if you hear like a story like this, it makes you feel more secure.
Yeah.
That you get really nice pictures as well, and maybe your famous picture,
Yeah.
the picture you love
The
in the end
most.
of the
Yeah.
in the end of the day. So that's amazing.
But actually, I think nowadays with the climate change and everything, we have a lot more problem with being too hot on the wedding
Yeah.
day than having a rainy day. 'Cause
Yes.
there's 100 people there, not enough shade provided. Everyone's crowded under one
One shade.
and nobody wants to move out during
Yes.
the agape. So I tell the couple, don't worry about the rain so much. You have to worry about
The
having enough shadow for everybody, because last year I think 3 times we had people faint during ceremonies. It was
wow.
so hot.
Wow.
3
Okay.
times.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah, people often don't care about the shades,
Mm.
but it's so important, and you have to think about the older ones as
Exactly.
well. They are sitting, even though it's just 20 minutes,
For
but
them, it
it's
can be a
so
lot.
hot. It can be a lot, and also without water. So I tell my couples as well to get some water. If it's too hot, I allow the service to bring some water, especially to the older ones.
Exactly.
So, and to the kids. So
Yeah.
That's really important. The
Yeah.
shades is a big
It's a big thing.
yeah,
It
and
is. It's
too
much,
less
much
people
bigger than
care
the
about
rain.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, crazy. So you also do weddings in destination weddings, so abroad.
We do not that often. I have to be
Yeah.
honest with you. We do have 4 children, so we don't want to travel
Yeah,
away
okay.
a lot. Maybe like next year we have 2 booked. Last year I think we only had 1. So every now and then, but not too far. We don't go to like Thailand and things like that. We go Switzerland, Italy, Croatia, like close-ish, or London or something like this. We could go further away, and if somebody really wanted us, obviously we would, but this is not what we've known for. Like I would say once or twice a year we do go abroad.
Oh, yeah.
But the rest we are here in Austria. So.
Is it different? The weather is maybe almost the same.
The weather could be the same.
But
I mean, you know, it depends why, because when we have destination weddings, it's still Austrian people just having a destination. So it's not like we go, I don't know, to Thailand for a Thai wedding.
Yeah.
Even if we have a wedding in Italy, it's an Austrian couple who love that kind of vibe, and they book
it takes you with them
exactly
to the destination.
exactly. So I think the day goes pretty much as it would in Vienna or anywhere else in Austria. They have like the same kind of timetable. It's just a setting that they want. They want to have the kind of Italian vibe, or if they go to Switzerland, they want to have. I mean, there are beautiful lakes and mountains in Austria.
True.
But if they want to have that, then they're more into the nature kind of things. But as much as the timetable goes, I think it's pretty much the same.
Okay, so especially if you don't get to the venue before, so you're used to it.
Yes.
You don't see the venue before, so destination weddings.
Yes.
That's the most thing, or often that you don't see the venue before. So so you are used to that as well.
Absolutely.
So that's fine.
Absolutely. Yeah. And actually, like I said, it's a plus sometimes.
It's a plus. Yes.
The other thing can be a plus as well when you know a venue so well that you arrive and you know all the waiters that are work there, and you arrive and people go, okay, we have your Diet Coke here already, so that's kind of nice
good.
too.
Yeah.
But yeah, they both have their positive sides for sure.
Great.
Yeah.
Amazing. When you look back in 10 years, so what do you hope your photography will stand for then?
Okay.
It's a tricky question.
Actually, something came to my mind straight away. It's not so romantic, but it is very true. Like I said, we've been very lucky to photograph so many weddings already, and there has been times when even just 2 weeks after the wedding, we get an email from the couple that we don't expect, and it says that we usually send a teaser after the wedding, like
Mhm.
60, 70 pictures, just like a kind of best of before we send a full gallery. So they had the teaser pictures. And 2 weeks after the wedding, we got an email and they said, we just want to say how thankful we are that you took these pictures of my grandpa because he just passed away.
Oh.
And that happened, unfortunately, not just once.
Mhm.
Um, and they say these are the last pictures we have of him, and he's happy and he's smiling and he's throwing flower petals at us or blowing bubbles or whatever. And we got those emails and
You get tears in
you
your
do.
eyes.
I
Oh.
cannot tell you how much it means to us that we could give someone such a memory that they can cherish a happy memory. It's not just a photo you snatched of your grandparents when they were just like sitting at home. They are dressed up, they are
Mhm.
happy, dancing with you if they can. And obviously, it's not just grandparents. It could be the other way. It could
Sure,
be the
sure.
children. You're like my youngest is 9 months. If somebody took pictures of him now in 10 years, that picture will worth so much more. And I actually think that's kind of true for all photos in life. So when you
Mhm.
look back at your childhood pictures or pictures from your grandparents, they worth a lot more now than they did when they actually took the
Took the
picture.
picture.
So
Yeah.
I think the same stands for the wedding photos of the couple, but also from the guests, because in 10 years, 20 years, there will be people, unfortunately, who
Mhm.
might not be around anymore, or kids who are grown
Grown
up.
up.
And I think what I want the legacy of the photos to be is exactly that, to preserve that happy moment for them, for you, for everybody who was there. And I think that's exactly what pictures do. So
Wow.
yeah.
Telling memories or having
Like
memories.
in kind of a way, time stands still
Yes.
when you look at the picture. Like unfortunately my grandparents are not here anymore, and I have a few nice pictures with them, and my husband's grandmother from our wedding. We are hugging her, and I know how much those pictures mean to my husband and
Mhm.
my children who some got to meet her, some never got to meet her. They can see her on those photos. It really, really
Sure.
does mean a lot. And I think that goes for older guests, not just for grandparents, obviously. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think the legacy of the photos is to preserve the memories and the time that you have on the day.
Thank you so much. That's really important, and
Mm,
it's a really good thing to remember when you think about having a photographer on your
mm,
wedding, that you save memories and
mm.
that you can have a look on this picture years ago and see, okay, wow, this was my grandmother, my
And
grandfather,
also someday
and the children.
somebody will look back at your photos when you're not around anymore. Like my
Sure.
great
Yes.
grandchildren, I will never meet them, unfortunately, but they will see how happy we
How happy.
were
Yes.
on the wedding day and who was there, and you can look at it from both ways, that's what you leave behind to your future
Hmm.
family as well. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, wow. I think this is the perfect ending for
Yes.
our
Yeah.
Red Talk.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
these really open and
Mm,
inspiring words. I think that also means a lot to the couples who will see this podcast, because you gave such a lot of insights
mm.
in your job, in your way of doing photography, what is important for you, how you really make people feel comfortable naturally for in front of the camera. And yeah, thank you so
Thank
much.
you. We are very happy to be a part of the Trau Dich, and we're looking forward to it already.
Thank you so much. Amazing. Ja, vielen Dank auch. Es war wirklich sehr, sehr interessant. Und wenn ihr mehr über Everly Pictures erfahren wollt, geht auf www.everlypictures.com.
Ja.
Ganz wichtig. Oder im Jänner nächstes Jahr auf unserer Hochzeitsmesse auf der Trau Dich. Da könnt ihr Everly Pictures live persönlich kennenlernen und mit ihnen direkt in Kontakt treten und sie einfach auch ihre offene Art und schöne und freundliche Art direkt kennenlernen. Und ja, wir freuen uns schon auf nächstes Jahr im Jänner.
Ja.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And
Dankeschön.
ja, Bis bald.